would you sacrifice your family for happiness, or would you sacrifice your happiness for family?
Okay, so I love my family a lot, like a lot. They're like my biggest support system. And I know this sounds like really bad.
Okay,
like,
let me actually put more detail in this question.
Okay.
We're not actually, this question is because it's dating and a relationship question. So it's like, if you're in a relationship with a man and he wasn't making you happy, and like, say if hypothetically in the future, 25 years old, 26, you have kids with a man and he's not making you happy, would you sacrifice your family for your happiness, or would you sacrifice your happiness for your family? Like the family
Your
that you built with that man, your family.
Yeah. Not your mom and your dad, but your family.
Yeah.
If I'm not happy, I'm not, no. I need to focus on myself, because if I'm not happy, I don't want to like accidentally take it out on my kids or my family.
That's
and then
right.
they have issues growing up because of my let's say like my like issues. Like I don't want them having the same issues that I'm giving them. So, yeah.
Okay. What about you?
I would definitely go for my happiness, and I don't think that's sacrificing the family actually when you seek your happiness, because if you make an example for your children that your happiness is most important, then they're going to learn that as well. And it's actually a better decision for the family, from my perspective, to make decisions in favor of your happiness. Because what is life about if we're not trying to be happy? What's the point of staying in a relationship or a marriage or a family unit if you're not happy?
Okay. And what about you?
I agree with Penny again. I've actually been there and done that, and I did choose my happiness. And I'm happy I did, because one of the number one rules of staying alive is self-preservation. So there's no way I can stay in an environment where I won't thrive, I can't think, I don't feel free. I'm not doing that. All the women before us that did, I think there's many variables as to why they did. You know, I just learned recently that I think women were able to buy property in 1974. You know, we can now have bank accounts, licenses, we can get on a plane and dip. I think things would have been different if we would have had the freedoms that we do now. So I know from personal experience, I'm choosing happiness. And I also think that by choosing that happiness, I'm making the best decision for the family.
Okay. And what about you?
So I remember being in a relationship, and I was getting beat, and I was getting cheated on, and I was getting disrespected every day. But I wanted to give my daughter the family that I didn't have. And I was sacrificing my well-being. And what I didn't know was that my child, even though these things weren't happening in front of her, she got ears. You know, my sadness was rubbing off on her. My misery was rubbing off on her, and I couldn't create other relationships. So I will never be in that space again. I will never sacrifice me for no one, not even my children. Because, you know, your children, they grow up, they make their own lives. And now I can't even remember what this person was like.
Okay.
And me and my daughter better off without that, so...
What about you?
I was going to say sacrifice, but then hearing them, I'm like, oh, wait, that makes more sense. Like what Spirit said with like, you know, that comes like your kids will be happy if you're happy. But then if you're sad and depressed, then they're just going to like follow in the lead of their parents.
Okay. So you're going to choose your happiness over the family. Okay. What about you?
I think it's extremely circumstantial.
Yeah.
I feel like it's extremely circumstantial. The only way in which I would sacrifice my own happiness for my family, it has everything to do with age. Firstly, I feel like statistics already prove...
Age as far as your kid's age?
My kid's age.
Okay.
I feel like statistics already prove that living in a two-parent home or having the love of a two-parent home and seeing the support of two parents together already aids and abets at the level of success and lack of so many other things that you don't have to deal with. So if I have to put up with a certain level of... There's certain things I'm not going to put up with. So with what E said, I'm not putting up with abuse. I'm not putting up with certain things that I can't mask. But if me and my counterpart
maybe we're not in love anymore. Maybe we are not, we're not connected anymore. But I have no problem, emulating that love and proceeding to deal with somebody I don't care to deal with right now for the betterment of my child until my child gets to a certain age where they can understand that separation is okay. And, people grow apart. But until my kid is able to understand the idea of separation, I probably would sacrifice my personal happiness because I feel like as a mother, like your ultimate like goal and point of being
purpose
is to literally raise the best human being that you can raise. You know what I'm saying? And anything that goes against that, I'm not with it. So yes, I want to see I didn't come from a 2-parent home. You know what I'm saying? So I would only want my kid to understand and be around. I don't have kids for that reason.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Who has kids on this panel? You're the only one.
I'm a 23-year-old.
23-year-old.
Yes.
Y'all 18-year-olds better not have no
I'm
kids.
praying to God. Nope.
Okay, fair enough. And I mean, with all of your answers besides her, this is the reason why women initiate 70 to 80% of the divorces, because you prioritize your happiness over your family. As nonsensical, as illogical, it doesn't make sense to do that. Women have a very solipsistic view. You think that the world just revolves around yourself, so you want to prioritize your own happiness. Well, happiness is fleeting. It's up and down. Why would you like any logical right mind person, why would you prioritize something that is fleeting? Meaning that you're happy at one moment, you're not happy the next moment.
Abused, that's okay?
Let me finish my point, and then I'll let you speak. You're happy one moment, and then you're not happy another moment. You get your period every month, which literally alters your mood. So you wake up angry sometimes. So here's a few. I actually was taking notes on a few of the things that y'all was saying. So in regards to, like you said, that kids, like if I am unhappy, then the kids will see me unhappy. And a few of you actually said that. And then the kids will be unhappy. Well, life, to be honest, isn't about happiness. Life is about purpose and duty. We were all put on this planet to procreate. Now, when you have a marriage, that's a duty. It isn't about happiness. It's a duty. You have some kids, and then it's always going to be ups and downs. You think these rich people that have millions of dollars, that they're just living a happy life all the time? You think the girl that's the most beautiful girl that you can never imagine, with no implants, with no nothing, she's all natural, she's still unhappy. She's still looking in the mirror like, oh, I should fix this, I should fix that. Like, you're never happy. And guess what? Men, we ain't happy either.
Can I ask you
all
a
the
question,
time.
Mr. Cooley?
Real quick, let me finish my point. Cool. And then you get, but both of y'all save y'all questions, right? Because I listen to y'all. So please listen to me. So also, now a few of the things y'all said, I can understand. So when you spoke about abuse,
right,
and you spoke about, you're in an abusive relationship, and that's understandable. You shouldn't be with a man that's going to be hitting you. You should prioritize your safety over anything, because it's like, all right, I'm getting abused. That's not good for your own self-preservation.
Right.
So that's there's always exceptions to the rule. I'll give you that. And then a few of you said, okay, he says, woman. You said something. Well, woman, back in the 50s, that's when we, or 60s, that's when we just got, the rights.
1970.
And the rights.
Something.
I said in 1974, women were able to acquire real estate. Yep,
that's what you said. Have more freedoms and all of these other things. And guess what? That's the problem right now. Y'all got all these freedoms, so you have this mindset that you don't want to depend on a man, and you want to be independent, like we were speaking about before. Men, we could be unhappy. We act despite how we feel. Unhappy, we sad, we angry, a masculine man, he's still going to act despite how he feels. And I think all human beings, even women, even though you get your period every month and it alters your thinking and your mood, you still should act despite how you feel. I think a lot of you laughing?
Yeah.
Okay, why are you laughing? You good?
You're a very interesting man.
Okay, well save the question, Sue. I think a lot of women get into the state of mind where it's a negative, it's like negative thinking, and you're always dwelling on negative moments in your life and negative past traumas and everything. It's something called what?
Rumination?
What you was about to say? Nothing?
I'm awake.
Okay, you'll wait. Rumination, yes. Women are in the state of rumination. Most people that experience any past traumas and stuff like that, they may find themselves in that state. And that's the state that you don't want to be in, because that state, the state after that, is either depression or anxiety. So you want to find some even ground to regulate your emotions and not always catastrophizing and looking at the worst case scenario. Like, okay, if you're in a relationship and things are fine, but there's some ups and downs, right? But as long as he's not abusing you, family comes first. Like, she gave good statistics. Like, we have stats on it. What is it? Most child delinquents, most men in prison, most of the school shooters, most of the degeneracy, all of the gang violence and stuff, most of the gang violence and stuff like that, they come from single mother households. This is what single mother households breed in society. So I think that we should avoid breaking up a happy home because we just don't feel a certain way. So I'll land my plane there. You go first with your question, then you.
First of all, if it's being broken, it's not happy. Also, I can't be in a situation like I lived it. You know what I'm saying? The statistics, whatever statistics.
But you're the
are
exception.
only a
He did
small.
say that. Yeah,
he definitely did that, and I thank you for acknowledging that. However, I feel
no
like
one's saying y'all should be getting beat.
So do you think that I ever wanted to be a single mom? Do you think that women just have a child to say, "Oh, I want to be a single mother"?
She's saying,
what
where's
I'm
the accountability that men
You know what I mean?
take?
And I feel like this is what we're like. This is what we're doing. Is women are just making all these negligent choices. Like that's not the case.
Well, the difference is that
he wasn't living in his masculine energy.
We're not saying the difference is this, right? You choose the man. Like,
I wasn't done. First of all,
okay, I'll let you land your plane. Go ahead. Sorry.
So there are definitely exceptions because in my case, I was 13 years old and I was with a 29-year-old who was taking advantage of the fact that I was 13 years old, right?
All right, Leah, let's move away from conversations where it's talking about, pedophile and stuff like that. That's weird.
But what I'm saying is, even if I was now, right?
Yeah.
If I am in love and I partake and I have a child, do you think I just want that man to walk out of, And it's like sometimes as women, we are left without options. Like men are leaving our households.
Mm-hmm. But from statistically, that isn't a fact, is what I'm saying. We know that there are some guys out there that ain't crap guys, right?
I worked for the hospital for a long time.
But what I'm saying
right?
is that what I was going to tell you before is that I don't understand. Like, I don't think you ladies understand how much power you have, right?
Choosing.
You have so much power on choice. A man can't have sex with you unless you grant access to sex. If not, it's called rape. So then that means that you need to have discernment and choose a better man. Whose phone is that?
I don't know, but I'll check
Okay.
it out.
Yeah, see who phone that. Phone mad loud. Y'all ain't put your phone on
Penny,
silent?
what's just, I've been wanting to hear Penny's question. Penny been having questions over.
Remember what the
Right? It's like, you gotta write it down. Oh, we can't even write it down because we don't got our phone.
Yeah, just
We should be able to have our phones
put it on
so we
vibrate
can
or
write it
silent.
down.
Accidentally
y'all
put
can
it
have
back, but
the
mine's
cards
on.
over there and pens and stuff.
Yeah, but don't nobody know about that. We're not writing it. Give it up. We grown. Give us our phones. The fuck?
You know what? I just
Y'all can, if y'all want. If bring the thing, bring the box over here. Bring the box over here. Chat, we do it live. And then just take your phones and put them on silent because we got phones over there ringing.
I told y'all.
But I will say it is very hard to have these type of conversations.
Real quick because they can't even see you right now.
It was Candace B or something.
Candace, it's probably my phone, but I put it on silent, so I don't understand why. Yeah.
And you can take your phone too.
Oh, I accidentally brought it back from the
Okay.
bathroom.
And who else got? Yeah, y'all can take your phone.
Yes.
There's one more phone in there, but I guess we're leaving it.
Okay, cool. I guess we leaving it. All right. You good? All right. What was the point I was making? Because the phone went off.
She was saying that.
I'm sorry. The last thing you were saying was that
Move
we
your
have
mic
choices.
closer.
We have choices, so we're making the choice.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying.
have
So like,
sex.
The thing is, you have to take accountability because you made the choice. Now, the thing is this. When men get in relationships, generally speaking, men aren't divorcing women. And even in relationships, it's guys that suffer in sexless relationships, sexless marriages, and still stay with that woman. Like, the majority of men don't break up with women. It's women that initiate the breakups and initiate the divorces, even though he would make the choice of being in a relationship. Like, men grant access to relationships. So even when we grant access to relationships, we still not the ones to take it back. It's like, well, I'll just stay with the turmoil and this bad relationship. We'll stay in it for the family because we don't prioritize our emotions. But the thing is, you prioritize your emotions, and it's nonsensical because you chose this man. Why would you even prioritize your emotions? If you choose the man, stick by that man.
Okay.
Now, there's
Not
exceptions to the rule, and I gave y'all that. Can we agree to that?
Yes.
I
Okay.
definitely agree, but I feel like you cannot put, yes, we make a choice, but you made a choice too as a man. And the same thing you did to make me make that, and to help me make that choice to sleep with you, you should continue to carry on with that behavior.
But he's
And when
saying that
changes,
they do.
No, what he's saying is that if I'm not giving you sex and you're not totally happy, you're still going to
still stay
continue
there.
to come to the
Men
house.
still stay there.
But why you have one life to live? Why would you sit there and be miserable for the rest of your life?
Because men, we don't think the world revolves around us. Like, men, we give our last name
just
to a
go
woman.
cheat.
Men give, okay.
Generally speaking, 'cause
generally
not
speaking,
all.
I know that guys cheat, and I'm not saying that guys should be cheating. We know that guys do bad things. We know that women do bad things, right? All I'm saying is this. The man, it's not like when men really love a girl, like, you just you love that man based off how you feel. I think that really the only thing you do love is your feelings. Like, you love the way the man makes you feel. So it's like, so if you prioritize your feelings and he isn't, making you feel good, you're gonna go ahead and run away.
I just
So
think we
you
need to
only
stop pointing
prioritize
the
way you feel.
finger.
Men, we don't prioritize the way we feel. We prioritize what's real, and that's family, that's the woman, that's the children. So we'll sacrifice our happiness for a relationship without a problem. Men do it all the time. So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.